Hello friends, in this video we are discussing about project life cycle. A particular project is divided into 5 stages or 5 phases of life. So today we will discussing about phases of infrastructural projects. As you can see, a particular project is divided into 5 stages. So first stage is project conception and initiation. So in this, project is categorized and project initiation. It means what? Initiation of an idea, what the project can be, and which we have to discuss in detail, and then from this the project will initiate. Second phase is definition and planning of project, defining the goals and objective of the projects, and then started working towards it. In this phase, we have the scope and budget of the project we have to be discussed. Then work breakdown structures or schedules we have to prepare. We have to prepare the Gantt chart, then communication plan and risk management. What is the risk management in that particular project? After completion of stage 2, it comes stage 3, in which project launch or execution takes place. So status and tracking of the project, then qualities and forecasting is done in this particular stage. So it is launching and execution. Actual execution will be take place in third phase. Fourth phase is performance and control. Performance and control, in which we have to see the objectives are achieved or not. Then quality, deliverability, the quality is delivered or not. Then efforts and cost tracking and performance of the project. After this, the last stage comes, that is project closure, in which we have to go for the post-mortem of the project. That is nothing but we have to go for the inspection of the project, whether all the activities performed are as per the specifications given or not. Then project punch list, in which the checklist is nothing but a checklist. So we have to form a checklist and we have to form a documentation of that particular project to hand over the project to the concerned authority. And last is reporting. So likewise, as we can see, the project is divided into 5 phases. Now we'll see each phase in detail. First is project initiation. Initiation is the first phase of the project life cycle. This is where the project's value and feasibility are measured. Then project managers typically use two evaluation tools to decide whether or not to pursue a project. So in this, we will get an idea now whether we have to carry forward this idea or not. So there are two tools on which we'll decide whether to go for this particular project or not. First is business case documents. This document justifies the need of the project. This particular project is needed in this time or not, and the it includes an estimate of potential financial benefits. If we perform this project, what are the benefits of it? Will come to know. And the second tool is feasibility study, and this is a very important tool. This is an evaluation of the project's goal, timeline and cost to determine if the project should be executed. It balances the requirements of the project with available resources to see if pursuing with project makes sense or not. So feasibility study is nothing but mainly whether the particular project is feasible or not. If it is not feasible, then we'll start here only. And if it is feasible, it will be beneficial, then we'll go further. Then teams abandon purpose project that are labeled unprofitable and or unfeasible. However, projects that pass this two-test now can be assigned to a project team or designated project office. If both these are passed by a particular project, both the methods, feasibility study as well as your business plan, then it will be handed over for next phase. The second phase is project planning. Now in this phase we have to go for a detailed planning of a project, in which once the project receives the green light, it needs a solid plan to guide the team as well as keep them on time and on budget. So a well written project plan gives guidance for obtaining resources, then acquiring financing and procuring required materials. So after this, now planning phase, we have to go for detailed planning of the project, which activity, when we have to start, when it will be ended, what amount of cost it will require and what amount of resources it will consume. The project plan gives the team direction for producing quality outputs, handling risk and creating acceptance, communicating benefits to stakeholders and managing suppliers. The project plan also prepares team for the obstacles they might encounter over the course of the project and helps them understand the cost, scope and time frame of the project. So the project planning will give us and prepare us for the completion of the project, as well as if some resources we are needed to complete the project, so we can manage them in advance. Then moving on to the third phase, that is project execution. The third phase is project execution. In project execution means for practically performing the task to complete that particular project. So this is the phase that is most commonly associated with project management. And this execution is all about building deliverables that satisfy the customers. So we have to satisfy the customers, that means at the time of execution, what material we have to use, what are the plannings we have to use, then what is the progress of the work, that all things we have to keep in mind. Team leaders make this happen by allocating resources and keeping a team members focused on their assigned tasks. So each team is divided and given a particular task and the time limit within which they have to complete that particular task. The execution relies heavily on the planning phase. If the planning is perfect, then the execution will be smoother. The work and efforts of the team during the execution phase are derived from the project plan. So the second phase, that is project planning, is very important to complete the third phase, that is execution. Then comes the fourth phase, that is project monitoring and control. So monitoring and control are sometimes combined with execution because they often occur at the same time. At the time of execution only we have to monitor and control the situation on the site. So generally we combine third and fourth stage generally. As teams execute their project plan, they must constantly monitor their own progress as well. So while executing only we have to monitor the progress of the work. So monitoring and execution will go hand in hand. Then only we can control the project cost and time as well. Then to guarantee the delivery of what was promised, team must monitor tasks to prevent scope creep, calculate key performance indicators and track variations from allotted cost and time. So ongoing project we have to see whether the execution is going on a track or not and whether the cost and time is under control or not. This constant vigilance help keep the project moving ahead smoothly. So continuously monitoring and controlling will help the project to give smoothly and continue smoothly. The last stage, that is our project closure. So in project closure stage, the teams close a project when they deliver the finished product to the customer and communicating completion to stakeholders and releasing resources to other projects. In this phase, what we have to do, we have to hand over the complete product, finished product, to the consumers or the stakeholders and release the resources, that is your man, material, money, to another project. That is closure phase. This vital step in the project life cycle allows the team to evaluate and document the project and move on the next one, using previous project mistakes and success to build stronger progress and more successful teams. So teams are generally released in this phase so that they will go for the next project or next activity, and they will be having the experience, and something good or the bad happen will have in their mind and documentations, so that the same mistakes may not be happened in previous or the upcoming projects. So in this video we have seen what are the project life cycles, and generally the project is divided into 5 phases. Thank you.